Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saieed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember, we are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. Facebook is Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Like and share. On YouTube, it's TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. So viewers, again, I must remind you that Real Talk Financing is offering you 7% on a fixed deposit. Remember Trinidad and Tobago. It is $100,000. You invest for 5 years, you're getting $7,000 interest per year. So when you multiply that by 5, it's $35,000 you're going to get at the end of 5 years. Who is giving you that? Real Talk Financing. Why? You have already worked for your hard-earned cash. And you are looking for the best investment to make for yourself, your children, and your grandchildren. Where else is your money going to work for you? No other financial institution is giving you 7% on a fixed deposit. Why are we doing this? Trinidad and Tobago, because of the fact that we want you to earn more. We are a financial institution with branches opening in Panama very soon. It's just a matter of days or probably a week, 2 weeks for me to collect my permit to operate a financial institution in Panama. We are extending in a country where US is their money. So viewers, hence the reason why, because of our success, we are giving you 7%. Remember that. But what I can say, when it stops, you all will be missing out on the offer where your money can work for you. I know for a fact that we in Trinidad and Tobago are creating history right here in our country. Who is doing it? Real Talk Financing is doing it. Also, viewers, you can be a member of Real Talk Credit Union. If you haven't opened accounts as yet, come on down. We are at 14 Carolina Savannah Road in Shoguners. We are also located at 23 Cipero Street in San Fernando. Remember, viewers, you can also be part of the FIP plan. What is the FIP plan? Family Indemnity Plan. It's a plan that when you open, it could open for the entire family, that when your loved one die, the FIP plan that you are in is going to give you a death benefit to bury that individual. Remember that. We are catering for you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So it's our news time. National Gas Company Chairman Gerard Ramdeen have stated that Trinidad and Tobago is days away from major energy sector announcement that could signal a new phase of gas development and investment. He said the announcement will come from Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesa. Listen to this.
In the energy sector in particular, there's going to be delivery. For years, you have heard about Dragon. For years, you have heard about Mannequin Coquina. For years, you have heard about Manatee and Loran. What you are going to experience and what the people of this country and the region is going to experience is the actual monetization of molecules that will bring revenue to the people of this country.
So viewers, he said the announcement will come from the Prime Minister. So hopefully in the coming days, we are going to hear about this new find that the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago is going to release to us, the citizens of this country. Now, Mr. Ramdeen said international investors have been showing keen interest in this country of Trinidad and Tobago. So let's hear Ramdeen one more time.
One of the significant announcements that is going to be made is to demonstrate that when you hear about coconut, ginger, sip, manatee, the former Prime Minister and the former Minister of Energy, you must ask the same pointed questions. How much of that gas that was sanctioned by the former administration was destined to come into the downstream? Not a single molecule. All of those projects were sanctioned to benefit whom?
So viewers, great news for Trinidad and Tobago. But nevertheless, switching gears. Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander was on site earlier today at one of the joint Army police posts under construction at Taruba Overpass in the vicinity of South Park Mall near San Fernando. Now, after the government announced plans to construct 30 posts across Trinidad and Tobago to assist in the reduction of crime, Alexander said the government is making sure the police posts are safe for officers, and added that many applications will soon be facilitated at these posts. Roger.
Bulletproof containers? If they weren't bulletproof, I would have said so, but they are. It's about safety and security also for the men and women that will occupy them. Really, is the trial run here? There are days we'll put together and persons, the elderly can come and whatever you're missing, whether you want to make a passport application, a driving permit application, whatever the application that you want to make, we will have that address there at the convenience of the office. Some of these containers will be used for that. Talk to the members of the public, meet the business community, walk, talk to the children, go to the churches, and build back that community arrangement we used to have that used to be almost perfect. That is what we're trying to rebuild.
So viewers, I mean, at least Alexander have something to tell the people. So we can see now, by this development that is taking place throughout Trinidad and Tobago, we can feel a sense of safety now that across Trinidad and Tobago, there are going to be police, joint police and army posts to make sure that the citizens is safe. And you know, one thing I heard him say just now, that the officers are going to go into the community. And this is something I have been saying for a very long time. For a very long time. Once the officers come down to the community, meet the bedridden, meet the sick, meet the 1 foot, meet the 1 hand, come down and meet the grandmother, meet the brother, the sister, the uncle, the auntie, come down in the community and interact with them. And you would find out what is taking place on the ground. That is what police are supposed to be doing for how long? But you know, it actually takes somebody with a voice to come out and tell them, hey, get a little lazy tail up and go down in the community. And if they had to be side, well then so be it. Because for years I've been saying this. And apparently Alexander, like he finally hearing. You know, his ears opening up, so he's starting to listen. Now, he added that many areas across Trinidad were now calling for these police posts. However, Trinidad and Tobago criminologist Dr. Randy Sipasad says the initiative could strengthen visible policing, but only if it is paired with wider social inventation and properly managed. I have been saying about this. In order to set up these things, it have to be properly managed. We need police vehicles. We need proper police vests. We need proper police with proper speaking skills who could come down and talk to the community. Not the one that would rough up and treat the citizens like dog on the street. Like if these police are better. They fail to realize that they are human beings. They have a wife, they have children, and how these officers would feel if another police ragging up your wife and your daughter and your son. You wouldn't feel nice. So I am saying if Roger Alexander could have some sort of training session with these officers and them. Yes, I understand. When it's time to do your work, you have to be serious. But you have to learn to speak to people. And that is a problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago between the citizens and the police. No proper communication. Imagine you're going to a station and the officer telling you, well, go home and come back next week to make your report. Imagine that. So somebody should tell those wives and them and daughters when they go to make a report, come back next week. They wouldn't like that. So there's a thing of do so and like so. But nevertheless, we want to give it a try and see how it goes. Listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago.
So when police are placed within certain areas, of course, the expectation is that they're not simply going to be centered around the police posts, but they're going to be, moving throughout the communities, interacting with the public, have clear strategies for their patrols, for their deployment, for their movements, and their number of hours.
So Trinidad and Tobago, peace is a needed thing in our country. Because for the last 9 years, 9.5 years, we had not peace in our country. It was violence. And it was getting out of hand. So we want the minister to know that the citizens are working with the police. We want to trust them. We want to bring back the safety in the community. And we will give it a try. We will give it a try. So we're going to Tobago now, viewers. The Tobago Division, the commander, Senior Superintendent Rod Hill Kirk, have stated that the division has welcomed the proposal of joint police posts, saying additional resources would assist in effort to combat crime. Kirk said if Tobago was selected for one of the posts, Chauvin Road would be the preferred location because of the activities in the area, including commercial activity as well as crime pattern. Listen to this.
The reason why we chose that area, Chauvin Road, has been our district with one of the most amount of activities. There are a lot of commercial activities, and in terms of even looking at our crime stats, we intend to use that area as a platform if Tobago is being considered as one of those areas to have the.
So now, viewers, he is saying if Tobago is considered. Now, what I would like to hear from Roger Alexander is that not just one police post in Tobago, but 2 police posts on the island. Send across some army officials into the Tobago, our sister island, to make the island safe. Now, the commander is telling us, and he's telling the nation, where he would like the post to be, which Trinidad and Tobago is very obvious. He would understand the crime hotspots in Tobago, and he's given his view on it. I would like the Minister of Homeland Security. I would also like Wayne Sturge, even though, although the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago to send across army officials in Tobago, they would have their police officers working alongside, and let's hope Tobago get a police post also. So Kirk said the Plumont community is also being considered. Now, noting its location between 2 existing police stations, he said the area represents a gap in police coverage and had also experienced criminal activity. Again, I say Trinidad and Tobago, he is telling us where the hotspot is. And I would really like Tobago. So that is 2 police posts right there. One in Chauvin Road and one in the
Post.
Plymouth area. So I hope Roger Alexander is listening. Hopefully they build 2 posts across it to keep not just Trinidad, but also Tobago safe. Remember, crime is rising in Tobago, viewers. It is escalating. So listen to this one more time.
Plymouth, because Plymouth is more north in terms of when you look at the gap between the nearest police station, Chauvin Road Police Station, and there's the Moriah Police Station coming from the north side. Plymouth is smack in the middle. And that area, as I say, is heightened in terms of commercial activities. And that is the most appropriate areas for us to look at in terms of having one of these posts implemented.
So Trinidad and Tobago, those are 2 spots. And I would like Roger Alexander, the Minister of Homeland Security, to respond to him in a positive way that they're going to send army officials in Tobago to set up these posts. Now remember, at the end of the day, it is Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago is a tourism destination. And when they come to Tobago, it's obvious they will come to Trinidad for a few days. So what? Spend money in the country. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but stay locked on. When we come back, mandatory ID proposal under review. We're going to talk about that more when we return. 'Cause 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 'c
We'll be right back.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
True growth shouldn't make you wait. This month, Real Talk Financing is changing the timeline. Get up to 7% interest on a fixed deposit paid to you upfront. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Real results sooner. Call our Central or South branches today.
Welcome back.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Real Talk. Now, Homeland Security Roger Alexander has confirmed that there is a proposal before the Cabinet for citizens of 16 years and older to possess a valid form of identification card in the public. Listen to this.
Valid form of ID. It's just amazing though. You're going to the airport, you can tote it then. You're going to collect your money, you can tote your ID then. You're going to look for a job, you can tote ID then. You're driving your car, you can have an ID. But some people think it is not necessary when you're in the streets. So, you're in the streets, going to do business. You have a card on you, you have money on you, you have a phone on you, but there's a problem having an ID. Amazing.
Now viewers, I want to let you understand something. 16 years and older, walking in the public domain with your identification card and your driver's permit is not the problem, you know. It's not the problem. What is the problem in Trinidad and Tobago? And we are having, the problem that we are having is where a police officer coming to talk to you, and when you ask him for his identification, oh, I don't have to show you that. Yes, you do, brother man. Yes, you do. Because these days, in this timing, is police and bandit walking in police uniform. It is police and bandit walking in police uniform, full tactical gears, full gray suit, full blue uniform. So when an individual asks an officer for your identification, it's because he wants to confirm that you are a police officer and not a bloody hell bandit. I don't know how hard it is for some officers to get that through their big skull they have in their head. Because I have come across many officers, I have asked, hey, can I see your ID card? No, you don't need to see that. Well, for God and heaven's sake, you do not need to see my ID card. You don't need to see mine. I am a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. I will give you my driver's permit number, look it up in your little handheld device, and you will know I am a citizen. But if you want to play raggy and off-key and play as a bully on the streets, nothing wrong with my mouth. Nothing wrong with my mouth. So what Alexander wants to introduce, all well and good. All well and good. But you have to teach officers also, because it have some of them. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. It have some of them. People go cough down. Me asking you, I'm telling you. It's sad to say it on a live program. But the uniform they have on, this prevent them from getting knocked down on the streets. I know what I telling earlier. Me asking all you, telling all you. Now they say, side, you must respect all officers. I respect the officer, you know. But when you want to talk to me like a hog, brother man, nothing wrong with my mouth. And for plenty police officers, their uniform, they save them. You know why? Individuals, they say, boy, it's only because you're a policeman, knock you wrong, you know. Their attitude stinks like gander egg. It stinks like gander egg. And I make no apology for saying it. You know my time. Friends come across police officers. Well, boss, we can see your identification. No, you cannot see that. Why I cannot see it? Why I cannot see it? And you want to see mine? And this is the same thing I said Trinidad and Tobago on a previous show. When you hear citizens of Trinidad and Tobago decide to join the force, the easiest license to get for a firearm is join the police force. Join the police force, you have a firearm with authority. Take what I'm telling all you. You're getting a firearm with authority to shoot and kill anybody you want. Aye. Imagine police officers drinking rum and toting firearm. They park up by the bar. In video circulation on social media, you've seen them with the glass, you've seen them with the rum, you've seen them with a gun. And when you now drink 2 beer with your personal firearm, they want to seize it like if you some damn criminal. So again, I will say this. When you sign up to be a police, they do a background check on you. In the community, 2-3 people can say, well, yeah, he's a good boy. You do a certificate of character, it come out clean. You do the training, and you got a license firearm on your waist. Automatically, they call you police. From the time you start training. But the businessman in the community, 10 years he running the business. 10 years, when you check his background, it's clean. He have nothing. No conviction. None whatsoever. Helping out the community. But he taking 10 years to get a license firearm to protect his business. And his business getting robbed 3-4 times for the month. 3-4 times for the month. So I don't know if the people who we have at the head, they're lackadaisical, they don't have common sense, they have all the book sense, but yet they're dotish. Yet they're dotish. Let me tell you something. If they want to go against what I'm saying, they could, you know. They could. But when they sit down and check, in 6 months' time, you're a police officer with a licensed firearm. You ain't bound to spell the word C-O-M-E. You don't even have to know what BAT means. You're NTTPS. Because I get 1 or 2 tickets already. And I'm proud to say this in Trinidad and Tobago. I get 1 or 2 tickets already. The policeman watching my license and writing all the ticket and give me the wrong name still. Wrong name when they went to court, Your Honor. This is a police of Trinidad and Tobago. You want to know how this name matching my driver's permit? The man holding the driver's permit, he watching your name and spelling the wrong thing. That's all lackadaisical there. Now, am I bad talking Trinidad and Tobago police force? Yes. But listen to this. There are the good ones and there are the rogue ones. They are the ones that use the uniform to take advantage of citizens of this country. And the uniform, they save plenty of them from getting knocked down. You know why? They're stupid to the core. Not just dotish, you know. They're stupid to the core. You see common sense and talking to people. Trinidad and Tobago, their uniform, they save them. Trust me. Because on many occasions, I had police officers off duty rolling with me and we get stopped in roadblock. And the way some of them talking, these inspectors and corporal and things want to know, but wait now, you're an officer. And they just sit down quiet. They have the authority to make a phone call and get them suspended. And they just sit down and watch these people and them, how they're talking to people. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, let's just hope Roger Alexander could have a proper orientation and a training with these officers on them that they are going to put in the police post to manage it. Because trust me, they really need to come good to get back the public trust. Me asking you, I'm telling you. Call a good night. Hello? All right, he gone. So viewers, Alexander also gave an example to highlight one of the reasons behind the proposal before the cabinet. Listen to this.
It's at the stage of proposal. It has gone to the Attorney General to look and see. It has passed through some of the legal minds at the Ministry of Homeland Security, and still I will send it out to see what the feelers feels like. However, and what decision they come up with. However, a simple answer to this solution: ask law enforcement if they are all right with such a proposal. That's all it is, you know. Ask law enforcement, the body that is here to protect us. Ask them if they are okay with the proposal. I would love to see the answer. One of your relatives fall down on the nation streets. The DMO comes or some doctor pass and check. Nobody seems to know this man. You know how much persons we have at the mortuary? You know how much persons we had was missing persons and they were lying down in a hospital bed? Let us be real and let us be sensible about this.
What age? Trinidad and Tobago, weighing in on the proposal before the cabinet, opposition leader Penelope Beckles is calling on the government to see if this is a proposal from the UNC government. Hey, watchman, every day in Trinidad and Tobago. 15. Every day in Trinidad and Tobago. Sometimes I'd be amazed of the questions that are coming from the opposition, you know. But anyhow, hear what Penelope Beckles had to say.
My information is that there was a cabinet note earlier this year, April to be exact, and I would prefer that this government comes clean and tells us if this is a proposal of theirs and if they intend to implement it. The fact is that there are too many proposals of this government that is left hanging. So I'm asking them, tell the public, what is your policy? What is your philosophy? What is the data that you're using?
So now I understand what Penny is trying to say there, you know. But according to Roger Alexander, there are individuals who collapse, yes, so. Some individuals get in accidents, some get gunned down with no ID. And I believe at some point in time, the mortuary in Port of Spain and San Fernando, they put out photos of unidentified bodies in the mortuary. That if you see this individual, come and claim the body. It happens sometime. It happens. And I have seen these posts many times from the San Fernando mortuary and from the Port of Spain mortuary. They are urging people or the public to come and claim the body. Why? Because they didn't have ID. So in one way, it is a good plan to have it mandatory. But the second thing is we have to find out what age you can get your ID from. If it's from 16 years or 15 years. And the car department now, well, if you get it from 16, all well and good. But if you get it from 15, it's all well and good also. So that, I would support that. I would support that very much. Now, meanwhile, criminologist Randy Sipasad is saying, while he can see the benefits of law enforcement, especially if drinking age is raised to 21, he said the government must balance its proposed mandatory ID laws with citizens' rights and everyday realities. Now, Dr. Sipasad said he is curious to know what the provision of the law are before supporting the proposed legislation. And it's the same thing I said just now. We need to find out if it is 15 years or 16 years, you could apply for your ID card. And if you want to bring it down to 16, which meaning at the age of 15, start applying for your ID card. So you will have it on you. School children, as you finish school, secondary school, ID card. Call a good night.
Good night, Said. Sir, what is worrisome? Why is it every time the government have a proposal to deal with crime,
the opposition kicks in?
The opposition is always a hindrance. The government want to, they're under pressure from the government to deal with crime. They want to implement so the government and the opposition is saying no.
Yes.
They want to bring out these mobile units, so they have to make the base, The opposition is saying no, and yet you are coming out and quarrel. They don't have a crime plan. They don't have this. They don't have that. Now, sir, look at the press and the media when they are questioning, when they say what about crime is spiraling. They never say, further reducing crime, because crime is already cut by almost 50%. Why they don't come along these lines? Is it that they are in support? Now, I'm seeing a new twist here where Randall Mitchell is coming to ask the OPR to investigate. Isn't they trying to investigate to lock down this plan for these mobile units, sir? What is it? What is it really going on? It's time, that the citizens push back. We are the citizens who are feeling the pressure from the crime.
Yes.
So I am asking that the citizens come out, united. Let us have more police. It is protection that we are looking for. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. So, Trinidad and Tobago, before we go for this break, I want to send a shout out to Auntie Katie Samaru. Now, this is coming from Randy, Ishra, my mistake, and Indra. So, from Randy, Ishra, and Indra, they want to wish Auntie Katie a happy 81st birthday. So, Auntie, happy birthday to you from Real Talk crew here also. We want to wish you all the best in health and strength, and maybe live to see our next 81. We're passing later. We're passing for a little meet later. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but stay locked on, more to come.
We'll be right back.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
True growth shouldn't make you wait. This month, Real Talk Financing is changing the timeline. Get up to 7% interest on a fixed deposit paid to you upfront. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Real results sooner. Call our Central or South branches today.
Connect with us on social media and don't miss the latest updates. Follow us on Instagram at RealTalk_Newsroom. Check us out on Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Real Talk Trinidad and TikTok at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concerns. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome back.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Real Talk. Well, good night.
Like Mr. Saieed,
Go right ahead, my dear, you're live.
I am the lady who had called and tell you about the grass.
Yes.
And whatever. But somebody had came and take the pictures of how big the grass was.
All right. So Trinidad and Tobago, if you look on your screen now, you will be seeing that the grass this caller is complaining about. Now, was yesterday, Wednesday, one of my workers went down and actually took a video. And this is the grass that the lady is complaining about. Now, ma'am, what area are you from?
From Aruka, Waterloo Road, Bob Avenue. That's just opposite the prison.
Right. So how far is the corporation from you?
Well, I don't know. There was no corporation, brother Ali.
All right. So if you are in Aruka, the corporation will be in Tunapuna. Tunapuna Regional Corporation. Now,
going to Tunapuna Corporation, I went a few times and they said they're not cutting no grass. This is private land.
All right, nice. Thank you, my dear. So Trinidad and Tobago, and this is what I've been saying, corporations in Trinidad and Tobago are responsible. You see, they have launched a drive presently to move vehicles that cannot move. Rotten down old scrap vehicle. If you park on the roadside, the corporation is coming and moving that vehicle and sending the bill to you. They are giving you notice to move your vehicle, and if you do not move it, they are coming to move it and they're going to give you the bill. And it's the same thing. You see all these grass here, all these grass that you're seeing here, the corporation will come and give you a notice to cut the grass because of the fact that it is a breeding ground for mosquito, for rats, for snake, for scorpion. I talk in Trini language so you all will understand. Now, they will give you about 14 days or 30 days to cut the grass. And if you do not cut the grass, they will come and cut the grass and send the owner the bill. So if the Tunapuna Regional Corporation is not doing that, which means they're bloody hell lazy. Family callers, viewers, bandit could hide in this grass because look at where the lady wall is. And look at the height of the grass. Look at the height of it. Bandit could hide there and rob people. So the person in the corporation who said that that's not their job, tell them Saieed Ali said they're lying. They're lying. They're lazy to come and cut it. So viewers, if you're living in a community and the lot next to you is vacant but have grass, the corporation is responsible for coming to cut the grass and give the owner the bill. It has been like that. Well, according to Roger Alexander, prisoners coming to cut it just now, the one who doing hard labor. Yeah, because this is public space. But I don't know how much officers will be looking at these criminals who cut in these grass. But safety is a priority. Now, Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to Tobago. Religious leaders in Tobago are calling for the peace, a statement with racial undertone have dominated headlines in recent weeks. And this is what I was talking about. Director of the Lowland Mosque and spokesperson for the council, Saieed Ali, said the comments were inconsistent with the principle and culture of Trinidad and Tobago. Listen to this, viewers.
In the highest point. And this day and age, we should never have these talks going on. Because what it does, it incites and it divides us as a people. Mm-hmm. Because when you are in a leadership position, and when you behave in that way, and when you carry on, what is going to happen? People are going to follow suit.
And Trinidad and Tobago, when we did the show, was Wednesday night or Tuesday night. I can't remember what day. A whole show from 7 to 8, I talk about it. The racialism that is taking place in this country should not It should not. This is not a white man land. The Indians in Trinidad and Tobago, we black. The Africans in Trinidad and Tobago, we black. The Chinese that born in Trinidad is a third world Chinese. Don't come at me if I'm wrong. Trinidad is a third world country. So if a Chinese born here, he's a third world country Chinese. If a Syrian born here, he becomes a third world Syrian. Don't come at me for talking the truth. That is okay. That is okay. I born in Trinidad and Tobago. I am a black person. I don't care what you're talking about. Oh, you're an Indian and you're this and you're black, just like the Africans. And just like the Spanish were born in Trinidad and Tobago. They are third world Spanish. So, when you hear people like in the high authority, they're talking about, oh, the black and the Indians and the racial division. Let me tell you something. All you feel all they're born in a white man country, no, all they're black. And it's we black people who killing we own black people. You know why? Because somebody in authority say, hey, they're black. But the person in authority born in Trinidad and Tobago, they're black also. I am an Indian and I'm telling you point blank, I am black. I am telling Marvin Gonzalez, I am black. I am black. You know why? I was born in Trinidad, in a third world country. I didn't born in Europe. I didn't born in Canada. I didn't born in England. I didn't born in the United States. So therefore I am not a white man. So I have no idea why is the hate. Why? All you're letting people in authority misguide all you. Misguide. No wonder why we have roads can't fix. Where you think this man born? Where you think this man born? In Tobago? Trinidad and Tobago is one. He's a black man in a black country. I am an Indian who born in a black country. I am proud to say that. So we need to catch ourselves with this racial slur. Because a black man killing a black man. The man you kill, is he white? No, he black. Just like you. And you're letting people in authority misguide you. You're letting politicians misguide you. One politician say carry out your family one time for the month. So while you getting 5,000 and 6,000, he collecting a 40% increase in his salary, nearly 40,000, 50,000 a month. But he telling you carry out your family one time for the month, and you vote he now to better your lifestyle. Call a good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead, my brother.
Yes, I interesting topic you're talking about here. Let me tell you something, right? This whole thing with this grass cutting thing I was talking about previously, I tell you already, it had games playing inside the corporation. When you see certain corporations under certain political party,
yes,
they're not doing their work to make central government look bad, boy. That is the problem here. They don't want to do the, it's not like they can't do it and they're lazy, you know. It's that people inside they purposely not doing their job.
Correct.
So that central government going and look bad. Let me tell you something, right? You see that fellow who you're showing there, Marshall? Them is people not even supposed to be in the parliament. Because them is the people that gaslighting this whole racist thing, man. And people not understanding what it is going on here. Anybody ever tell me they don't like it? I want to know enough because he come out and talking about all these years and gaslighting PNM constituencies to come against other people, right?
Yes.
And people that look at the bigger picture here, right? The politicians gaslighting all you.
Yep.
And all you not seeing that. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Correct.
Let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question before I go, right?
Tell me.
How much hours you just work for the day? How much hours you just put out for every day?
This year, the year 2026, December, will make it 18 years. I work in between 14 and 18 hours a day, Sunday to Sunday.
Right. Let me ask you a question. Why other people can't go out there and make a simple 8 hours? Because it's hard work in Trinidad side. it have work, but you see, when they created CPEP, everybody want to go out there, work for 2-3 hours,
and go back home.
$100 and go on the corner and sit down and
Correct.
drink, lime, gamble, die the life.
Correct.
And when other people go out there and they're making the 10 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, they're buying their vehicle, they're putting on their house, they're doing whatever, everybody watching everybody. And first thing they will say, oh, how you can have and how I can have it. And it have a certain, listen, it have certain constituencies in this country feel that they're entitled to certain things in this country. You know, while the rest of we had to work and pay with taxes and stuff out here.
Correct.
That's the problem here, you know. That's how people like Colin and Bud just come and put property tax on weed.
Yeah.
And expect weed to pull the treasury while them take it and blow it out and back squeeze it and give this one and give that one contract and all kind of thing. And we people had to keep pulling the treasury, you know. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
People that understand that. Remember that sometimes if they want it, you have to go there and work for it.
Correct.
When you tell them the government, you remember Rowley tell them to wean off the government? You should have taken the man advice then and stop spending on the government, boy. And you side.
Hey, caller, hear this now. Caller, before you on the line? Before you go, I want to wish you and the madam happy 12th anniversary.
Alright, man. Thanks very much.
Hope you enjoyed the night, my friend. To the wife also. So, viewers, Mr. Ali said that in Tobago, religious leaders enjoy harmonious relationship with each other and are in constant dialogue about making a positive impact on Tobago soil. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine echoed that councillors' concerns, warning that recent controversy could have far-reaching negative implications if allowed to continue. Listen to this.
In 2026, Trinidad and Tobago is still here. I have to work on that because I don't want us to get to the place where our economic fortunes are in jeopardy because we cannot work with each other. There are investors looking on at Trinidad and Tobago right now who might be wondering whether this is a good place to bring foreign direct investments.
So viewers, like I said, we did a whole show on this racism thing. Why are we allowing political party to divide us? When the political party is not paying your bills, ask yourself this. Ask yourself this. Election time, everybody go out to vote for a specific party they support. Because everybody want change. Everybody want better road condition. Everybody want lower cost of living. Everybody want better health care. We as a nation are asking for that. But these are the people that were governing Trinidad and Tobago for the last nine and a half years. And what did they do to benefit? What did beneficial we got from them? Ask yourself, this man said we know of the government. We know of the government. How much years of stalled negotiation at one point in time, all again 0 by 0 by 0. Anybody remember that? Anybody remember when this man said Trinidad and Tobago had money for 3 days when he came into power, and boom, in less than a week time we see a $3 million patent were purchased by this government. Nobody really remember that. But my job is to remind you all. My job here at Trinidad and Tobago is not to go against you, you know. My job is for me to open your eyes and your ears so you would understand what is taking place in our country. While ministers, listen to this, before an individual become a minister, he'll live in a common life. Normal, going to work. Struggling like everybody else. And from the time you become a minister, you stop talking to your neighbor. Why? As a prime minister, as a minister of parliament, you know, I cannot talk to you anymore. And as you come out of power, you know who you become? The same person you was before you become a minister. Look, the Alsing went up on a platform and said, oh, it have a loud man on television, he was talking about me. Look, the Alsing come and go and look, I still here. Look, I still here, the Alsing come and gone. He ain't no power again. He can't command nothing again. But I am still here, could command. And that's the difference. That is the difference. He left with a name of did nothing for the healthcare system in Trinidad and Tobago to be improved. Imagine that, eh? Imagine that. But he wanted to tell me he too big. Now he out of power. Where is he? Where is he today? Once a man, twice a child. I tell you earlier that. You will be a child when you're born and you're growing up, you're turning into a man, and when you get sick and people are to see about you, you go back down to a child. You become a child. A 70-year-old person, somebody had to see about them, you become a child again. Because when you was young, they're taking care of you. You turn a big man, you start taking care of yourself. And when you go down in age, somebody had to see about you. You become a feeble human being again. So ask him where all the power gone. Ask him the power he once held, where it went. That is why I just come here and demand from them. This is one program that we don't ask for, never had. And I'm proud to say that. I will keep my show from Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. and demand betterment from the government. My board big, you know. On top of that, I do spirit work. And I'm proud of that. I don't care how they call me. A voodoo man, a drinks man, a zombie man. I do business where you call me. It's the blessings that God that have me here. It's the blessings that God. So Trinidad and Tobago, as we move along tonight, Mr. Augustine reaffirmed Tobago commitment to inclusive, emphasizing that the island continue to welcome people of every religion, race, and ethnic background. One more time.
Only Trinidad and Tobago could destroy Trinidad and Tobago. And we have to get to the place where we appreciate that we have differing political views, that we have different methodologies to achieve sometimes the same goals, that we vote differently, we like different colors, that we were raised in some instances culturally different to our neighbors, but that should not stop us from achieving unity as a country.
So now viewers, Minister of Rural Development and Local Government, Khadija Amin, has dismissed concerns that the proposed prison labor initiative could replace workers employed under the National Program for the Upkeep of Public Space, insisting that there is sufficient maintenance work for both the program to operate simultaneously. Earlier this week, Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, announced that the government was exploring the possibility of using prisoners sentenced to hard labor to assist with cleaning up and maintenance effort across Trinidad. Trinidad and Tobago, hear this.
Real grass to cut, you know. There's no competition. It have real grass to cut. We have proven that NPOPs works. Our NPOPs workers have shown their performance. And in various ministries, you have a lot of ministries who do this type of maintenance work. You have MTS in the schools, you have Ministry of Works doing the highways and those major water courses where you have same thing workers cutting grass. So there is need to continue to have that kind of maintenance. So all ministers, we are all boots on the ground, we are all hands on deck, and it's not a competition, it's a real grass to cut.
So now Trinidad and Tobago, I just want to tell Roger Alexander, I understand we're trying to do cheap labor. I understand that. But listen to this. Those criminals who went there, they were once outside free. They were once outside free but decided to harm human being and end up inside there. Now, we need people to cut the grass. And the government has to find a way to raise funds to create jobs for those who are outside here and not the one inside. The one inside were once free. But by choice, they are where they are. So jobs need to be created to pay people. So that these people would actually go to work instead of going and rob people to end up by these seasoned criminals. Common sense, Roger, it's common sense. If people don't have a job, they will go on thief. And when they get caught, they will end up in prison. It's simple. Create jobs. Create jobs. That will sustain people from becoming bandits. Oh gosh, Roger, man. Oh gosh, come on, man. You're the Minister of National Security. Common sense is a serious thing. Common sense is a serious thing. It's not about bashing. It's about throwing out ideas. I mean, it have people with common sense. It have people who don't have common sense. It have people who have book knowledge. It have people who don't have book knowledge. And you work together for harmony, a better environment. So if you don't create jobs, we go get 1.4 million people as bandits. But if you create jobs, you might get 10% as bandits and the 10% lazy ones. And it's that simple. But jobs need to be created. Jobs need to be created. And I am saying this because if 500,000 people become bandits, while the other 500,000 work hard, now it's only a certain amount of people a company could employ. It's only a certain amount. You can't take more than what you could pay. Understand that. Jobs, if you're cutting grass, you're cutting grass. There's no shame in it. When I started off in the work field, after school, I started off in a grocery warehouse. I started off in a warehouse. And I started to further education. This is why I am today. So Trinidad and Tobago, we are out of time for tonight. But nevertheless, viewers, be safe. Enjoy the night until we meet again.